Rolf, the headline of this year's St.Gallen Forum for Management of Renewable Energies is Reinvest 2016. Why did you choose this title?
Our conference has always attracted a combination of people from the energy industry, but also investors. And if we look at what happened in Paris last December, the UN climate conference, which led to a new climate agreement, it's clear that this is useful as a global agreement, but what really needs to happen now is to follow up on the ground with real investment in low-carbon technologies like renewables.
One of the workshops of this year's forum was dedicated to electric mobility, the Verkehrswende, so to say. So what role do you see for e-mobility in our future energy systems, and what can governments do to support e-mobility?
If we look at carbon emissions, it's clear that transportation is a very important source of carbon, and hence decarbonizing the transportation sector is key to achieving the 2-degree target that's been again agreed upon in Paris. So it is important that we switch to low carbon mobility, and with all the dynamics going on in the electric mobility field at the moment, we felt it was the right time to pick up on this theme. It's also interesting that this was one of the themes in our annual consumer barometer for renewable energies, where we found that while only 2% of Swiss customers currently actually drive an electric car, another 25% could imagine buying an electric car in the next 2 years. So there seems to be a very strong demand from customers to move into that direction.
The concluding panel of this year's St.Gallen Forum is about exporting the energy transition. Where do you personally see the most important opportunities for the renewable energy industry in Europe to make investments overseas or somewhere else?
The energy transition is not just limited to like Switzerland or Germany or any other European country. This is a challenge that all countries in the world are currently facing. If we look at where investments are flowing right now, we see that 80% of all global investment in clean energy is going to solar and wind. So those are obvious candidates for European countries to kind of play a part, exporting solar, exporting wind. But if we specifically look at a country like Switzerland, there could also be intelligent home systems, like the combination of PV and battery storage, for example. It could be hydropower, or it could be other clean energy technologies that would also be helpful in other countries, like, for example, components for electric cars.